I was aware that I had a lump in my breast. You know, in my mind, I knew that it was different than before, but I really didn't have time to deal with it. That was kind of the norm. I'm taking care of everyone else and putting myself last. So I finally go to the doctor in May. He sees me, checks out the lump. Yeah, it was very obvious. You could feel it. I could get my fingers around it. And so he says, yeah, you know, there's something definitely there. I'm going to send you up for a mammogram. I left. I was supposed to know something within 3 to 5 days, and several weeks passed. I hadn't heard anything. And I said, you know, by the way, I had a biopsy done several weeks ago. I was supposed to hear something within a week or so, and I haven't heard anything. Can you just pull my record up and let me know what the results are? And I never expected it to be positive. I just, you know, hadn't heard anything. I considered no news good news. She pulled up my record, and I saw all the blood drain from her face. I called my husband, who was at work, on the phone in the lobby at the hospital, and said to him, I think I was kind of in shock, because I was very emotionless, you know, initially. And I said to him, you know, babe, I just found out I have breast cancer. The hardest thing for me was telling my daughters, because just like my husband and I had the reference of my sister-in-law who had died the year before, that was their point of reference as well. We all resigned to having a positive attitude, and that's what got us through. Our faith, our family unit, and the dynamics in our family, and our friends, that was what got us through. I was receiving chemotherapy for 6 months. I had already, before I started my chemotherapy, I'd already had a mastectomy of the breast that had the tumors in it. I initially did a lumpectomy, came out of surgery. I'm in the recovery room. My surgeon says, I don't have clean margins. We didn't get it all. I've got to go back in. And you know, since I wasn't a very endowed woman anyway, I was like, I don't want to keep chipping away at this. Let's just get it. I like to say, you know, you're the resident expert. I live in this body, so I know when things are different or not right, because I live here every day. I am the resident expert. Not discounting the value of what the doctor contributes, because he or she has gone to school and gotten their education to treat whatever is going on, and I value that. But I also won't ever deal with a doctor who doesn't value my contribution. My attitude was very, very positive from the beginning. I just chose not to have a pity party. There were a lot of organizations that were fabulous during that time. I mean, I did the Look Good, Feel Better through the American Cancer Society to show me how to put on makeup, because, you know, your face looks very different when you have no eyebrows, when you have no eyelashes, you know. When you hear you're gonna lose your hair, at least for me, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be bald-headed. But I didn't consider not having any hair on my face. I didn't. So that was very helpful to me. It was also helpful to see other women who were going through the same thing. You know, I didn't feel like I was in isolation. I have adapted what I call the airplane philosophy, where, you know, you have to put the mask on yourself first so that you can take care of the people who are depending on you. And I realize that if I'm not well, then I'm not in a position to be able to take care of the people that matter to me the most. So that's an attitude shift for me since cancer. The one thing that I would want someone to know about cancer is that just because you receive a diagnosis of cancer, it doesn't have to be a death sentence. I'm living 9 years after cancer. There are many, many people who are living years beyond me. In fact, they are my source of hope, because I look at women who are in my group who are a part of Witness with me, and they are living 20 plus years beyond cancer. So I go, okay, that's what I'm shooting for. So it doesn't have to be a death sentence.